Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
Back in the sunroom. It's nice enough to occupy my sunroom again. It's been a while,
Woof.
but my microphone is dead. This
Oh,
croak is
good.
very sad. Oh yeah. Well, fine. The floor is yours.
What you eating looks pretty good. You were mowing down whatever it was.
All right. There's,
No, you're. I hear a rapper after Ben. Oh, those are. I got hooked on those for a while. Oh, did you ever have? They have many flavors of those.
Yes, I do. I've had a few of them.
Did you have the chocolate cream filled ones?
Yes, I did.
Oh, those are like the old. Those are like the old Keebler cookies. They taste like.
Surely they must be good for you.
Shirley. Yes, yeah, of course.
Little
Stop calling me
Shirley.
Shirley. Yeah, little Shirley. So, what's? Oh God,
Trouble?
no, not me. You know me.
Oh.
Everything's cool. How's your weekend?
Yeah.
Did you have one?
I
see
did.
You took
I did.
Mallory to a real coffee place down in Milwaukee. You couldn't.
I did. That was
couldn't
great.
get to Java House.
I can't remember well. I mean, right across the street from my kid's future school. I can't remember what it's called. Life something. Life.
Yeah.
I have to double check. But it was pretty funny because Mal really no caffeine at all besides the occasional Coca-Cola or something like that. And she's never liked coffee in the past. She's never been one to really gravitate towards the bitter, just not her thing. And so she tried a vanilla bean latte, which was
not bitter at all. Sweet as hell.
Actually, no. This was really coffee, much more on the coffee side of things.
Really?
So, yeah.
Cool.
And she loved it, and not only loved it. So I bought her one. She schlucked it down in about 120 seconds. And she was animating. She's working on animating.
Another one.
And that's she'll be. I'll have another
Prodigy.
Another Myad. Someone heading there.
Excellent.
Yeah, it is cool. It's becoming the family school, I guess. But she about an hour later, we order another, and a woman at the barista said, "Oh, we're out of small or medium cups. I'll give you a large and just charge you. Just you're cool and everything." I said, "Well, okay."
What a great time to be there.
It was a good time to be there. So I brought that over to Mallory. And since it was a large, it took her 128 seconds to schluck down as opposed to 120 seconds. Well, about, we had 3 hours to kill. And about 2.5 hours later, she says, I have never made more frames in an animation in my life. She's like, what is going on here? I said, I think I know. Then about an hour later, she says, I don't know why, but my anxiety is off the charts. I said, darling.
What are you doing? Were you doing lines there too? For God's sakes, what the hell?
It essentially was. So, darling, you just discovered the joys of caffeine. She said, I'm going back for more.
Oh no, she went for another one.
No.
Good.
But in the future, that'll definitely. She's no longer.
Yeah.
She's no longer a teetotaler.
Now that's enough reason. That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of experience where you as a young person, as Mallory is, you say, that's where I'm going to college. They have the best coffee store right across the street.
It's attached to that Blix art shop, so it might be part of what they do there. Blix is a huge just art supply.
Yeah.
Cool store, very very cool. That whole area is. I mean, I'm not a big Milwaukee guy, but I'm slowly falling. Just not, I'm an Ozaki guy.
Ugh.
And but I gotta say, I'd hang out there. It's fun.
Oh yeah, public market's not all that far from there.
No, not at all. It's
you know what? They have some good cocktails at what's the Pete's on the corner? was damn good. I can't think of it at the moment, but lots going on.
Here's Pete. You say Pete's. There's Pete.
Oh, Petey
Pete.
and Louie, one-eyed Pete.
He wants to get out of here. He's had enough. Hi, buddy. He has had enough.
I see you found the Henke uniform too. Way to go!
I did, hanging in the closet untouched.
Okay, excellent.
Pressed.
Pressed. You're pressed. Okay, we got a big day. Patty is coming on today. She's shaking up our Monday. Because
I should send her the link. I did not. Hang on. Let me do that.
That would be good before she sends you a 10,000 word text saying, "What the hell's going on here?" She and I, we'll talk about it. She and I had a good experience on Friday, so AJ may have to do the.
Is Mr. Wonderful though?
Yeah. He's very happy because Patty's happy. AJ's iPad is not working, so he might have to do the sports over the phone today.
Okay.
This just in. All right. 20 years ago today, where were you?
I know where you're going with this. I know exactly where I was. I was standing in the hallowed halls of Holes Motors and Hales Corners.
Yeah, a lot of alliteration going there.
Yes, sir.
20 years ago today, the U.S. invaded Iraq.
We did.
Iraq. There's some people insist
Yeah.
That
was
said
interesting.
a lot.
That was an interesting thing. There were being in the area that I was when that announcement came down. A lot of people in the showroom were like, "Yeah," and I was in the back going,
What are you, commie?
That's what I was accused. There were about 2 or 3 of us who said, "This seems like a really bad idea." And then, of course, we got a lot of "love it or leave it, love it or leave it." I'm like, okay. I'm like, I have questions. Like, love it or leave it.
You can't have questions. That sounds like a free society, for God's sakes.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, well, that's that. And then the Trump comedy keeps continuing. Got to mention this as well.
Yes, I didn't know you'd go there, but since you did,
why not?
I do have a little something we can look at here from the Associated Press, who I used to steal all our news from back in the day. Trump's call for protests gets muted reaction by supporters.
His call. I mean,
muted.
Why would anybody protest? I mean. Someone under suspicion of hush money for
a porn star.
And everything is so odd about it. $130,000. I mean, not 150, not 100. I mean, where do they come up with 130? Is there like
that is actually having paid off numerous porn stars myself. That is the standard going.
That's going rate.
Yeah.
So, but the last time he got an insurrection going, it went so well.
It was so good. Oh my gosh! As insurrections come and go, I give that one at least 1.5 stars.
Oh man. So anyway, lots going on.
Everybody needs a hobby.
Yeah, I guess they said I did read some interesting things about how this is all going to shake out, just as far as political fallout and the what do you call it? The common word is that it's not going to hurt him because he does well when he's got a foil that's out, and then even then. The big time supporters who usually, or the big time party members who usually shun him feel that they have to come to his aid when this kind of stuff happens.
Because they are actually invertebrates.
Ooh, you're on a roll today, buddy.
Having a good time. It's Monday.
So, what did you have at the coffee place?
I had traditional. I had a pour over actually. They just said that we don't do drip here. You must be from Saukville. They delicious. Oh my God, it was just fantastic. It went too fast though. I'd like sit down and just be like, "Oh, this is pretty good." And then it's gone.
The pour overs are key. You should be able to get one anywhere.
Definitely. Yeah, I just don't have the time, patience, nor will. But I should.
But the alternative, like. The few times I have to go into Starbucks, I always ask for a pour over because you don't know how long this stuff's been sitting there. And I always go, "We have it here." You sure you want to pour? Yes, I'd like a pour over. Yes, I'd like fresh coffee, please. That's what I'd like. So,
you'd be nice to Starbucks.
a lot of people aren't happy about it, but that's the way it goes. Mr. Bob's, they have really been doing a good job this year. A lot of different groups helping them. A group from St. Francis was down there this past week. So if you have a group that was looking to do some good on a Saturday, probably takes you a couple hours to do so. It's a great experience. I highly recommend it. Mr. Bob's Under the Bridge. .org for the latest list of what they need, and also how to sign up, because you can't just run down there and show up like I did that one time. But other than that, and I've got a pile here of stuff for Mr. Bob's. Hope to be taking today. Today it's open from 4 to 6 p.m. on Dakota Drive in Grafton. Java House. Their take-home beans are just unbelievable. They're a godsend that you can take them home, grind them up. It's love in a cup. It's just fantastic. The Italian roast is just freaking glorious there. And don't forget, if you don't like Italian straight-up stuff like Bulldog and I do, they have flavored coffee beans, blueberry maple pancake, caramel, cream, butterscotch toffee, butter pecan, and more. And I happened to see Lisa there this whole Friday. Yeah. Remember I told you I had a meeting there Friday morning?
Yeah.
Oh, is that a great place to have a meeting? You can just soak in the ambiance and the caffeine.
So you closed the deal.
The potential downside is running into Lisa, who's always wonderfully nice and sweet. She goes, "Did you see?" And I said, "I have to have about 4 cups before I can catch up, before I can understand that dialect. I don't understand that dialect."
Did you write everything you just said down, and I'll answer them one at a time?
It was such classic.
It's kind of like a typewriter where the carriage doesn't move, and so they just it just keeps striking the same. No, Lisa's wonderful.
She is wonderful. Mel's, we talked about this past Friday. They've been selected by the Saukville Chamber as their organization of the year. They've got a lot of stuff. The river run that they did last year is coming up on April 15th. Now that's an interesting time of year to have a flotilla going down the Milwaukee River. You don't know what you're going to get in April around here, as evidenced by this past weekend. Holy shit, was it cold? What'd you?
Well, Saturday was insane.
It was
down on the fashionable Third Ward there. We would go 10 minutes of direct sunlight, and then 10 minutes of whiteout, and then 10 minutes of direct sunlight, and then 10 minutes of white. It did that for about 2 hours. I turned
it had nothing to do with the coffee you're having.
No. I turned to Mallory and said, is this the end of the world? I mean, what is this? I don't understand this anymore. So
and you're like, oh, it's hot in here. Oh no, I meant a jacket.
Right. It was just bizarre. So, but Sunday was vastly improved. That's for sure.
Vastly improved. And I was at the gas at Tommy Gall's Citgo yesterday, and out pumping gas with your gloves on, and this woman with an Eastern European accent. Oof, this is cool. You know, she's going on. So I said, "There's hope." Yes, hope. Yes, hope. She said, "We have hope." I said, "It's March, for God's sake! Come on, toughen up. You sound like you're from Siberia. You're fine." She was fine. She was very nice, but it was so funny. She was like taken aback by how cold it was. It's like, yeah. Well,
if the Kazakhstanis and Uzbekis are noticing it's cold, it must be damn cold.
You are an idiot. God. Anyway, tomorrow we got a big day at we should call AJ. Tomorrow we got a big day at Mel's. I'm going to meet AJ over at Mel's.
Oh yeah.
And he's going there to get his sweat. Well, we'll let him tell you. I got to call him.
Yeah, right on. Absolutely. Dialing for sports. That's the game we play here.
I'm going to take these off. We did today. That works.
A little technical hiccup here whilst we get that all dialed in. We have a big week ahead of us. We've got
yeah.
Hello, what's up?
Hey.
There it is.
Hey, can you both hear me?
Can you hear him, Bulldog? Yep. Bulldog says yes.
Hey guys, sorry about the technical difficulties. We'll make it work.
What are you doing over there? You're gonna get kicked off if you keep making trouble like this.
No. It was. I got back and it was dead.
Oh.
Trying to get it. Oh.
Well, I don't think we need a sports report. Nothing happened in sports this weekend.
Oh man.
Tell us.
What a brutal weekend, man.
What do you got?
Well, we got Upset City going on in the big dance this weekend. We got Purdue going down, Marquette going down, so that East region is wide open. FAU is advancing.
Mm-hmm.
We got Tennessee over Duke, which by seeing that wasn't an upset, but I think, by perception, I think it was.
Definitely. Right on.
So, and then we got the Bucks last night.
How'd they do?
They won.
Okay.
They won.
That's good.
And the big story of the weekend, if you're a Badger fan, we got women's hockey. They won the national championship.
Their 7th national title.
Yes, sir.
They were the first unseeded team to win the national championship.
Yeah, yes, sir.
That's pretty fantastic.
It is. The fact that they beat Ohio State and Minnesota makes it even sweeter.
No shit. That was fantastic. Ohio State is probably the most hated college team that I got.
Right.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. Mark Johnson's seven straight, of course, but 7 national titles. That's just crazy.
That is crazy. And Mark Johnson is the former Olympic star, former Badger star himself. His dad, Bob Johnson, was a legendary coach of the Badgers for many years.
Yeah, on the old 1980 Olympian, right?
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
He scored a huge goal against the Russians right before the end of the first period. Yeah.
Right.
So very cool.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about AJ? Did you watch the Marquette game? Were you able to watch it?
I did. I watched the whole thing.
Did you hear beforehand when they said how Shaka and Izzo were friends?
Yeah, I heard that.
As soon as I heard that, I was like, uh-oh, because he's going to be intimidated by him. He kind of knows him, kind of reveres him. Not intimidated, just reveres him. So.
Well, I thought, he's going to know all the tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I thought, a couple things. They completely, Michigan State dominated that game. I mean, I know Marquette took the lead briefly, but it never felt like they were going to win it.
No. I never did.
And
Kolek was outplayed by Hogarth, to be honest.
he was. That was the worst I've ever seen him.
Yeah, it was bad.
He looked. I mean, I know Michigan State's got obviously some talent and they're well coached, but his head was. He had such a. He was complaining way too much right at the beginning. I thought, that's not good.
Yeah, one thing that CBS did that I didn't like was I didn't like the fact that they kept focusing on the Hauser versus Marquette ordeal.
Well, sure.
They kept bringing it up like it was a Shaka versus Joey thing.
Yeah. Well, but they did say when they interviewed him the day before, to the kid's credit, Hauser said, "Hey, I don't want nobody is there who was there when I left.
Yeah,
the coach is different. The team's all different.
Yeah,
I gave him credit for that answer. He's like, don't even try to do that. But you're right. They tried to anyway.
Yeah, they tried to anyway. Yeah.
So, defeat Marquette's one of the few Big East teams to lose, but you can't say that it was like you said earlier, it was an upset in seeding only because anybody against Izzo in March is like, you got a good chance. You have a hell of a time with them. So
he's 24-7.
Yep.
In March.
Yep.
He's made 20. They said 25 straight tournaments. I think it was.
Yep.
Which is a crazy number.
That is a crazy number. And they haven't been as good lately. But I was, if you're going to lose to somebody, I'd rather lose to somebody like that who you respect.
Yeah, right. Exactly. With class.
A couple other things. Purdue, it was a huge upset, but they weren't quick enough for those guys.
No, FD was quicker, and Now, unfortunately, FDU's running over, but they'll always have that number one seed offset. So.
Yeah. Did you watch that? Did you watch any of that game, Florida Atlantic?
Purdue. I was at state when
No,
that happened.
I was referring to the Florida Atlantic and Fairleigh Dickinson last night.
Oh, last night.
Yeah.
I did not. I flipped between the Marquette game and the Bucks game. So
Okay. Yeah, I didn't either. I've never seen this Florida Atlantic, but they beat Memphis and they beat this upstart. So the headlines, a couple headlines I saw this morning are now if Alabama makes it to the Final Four, there's not even a top 1 or 2 seed to face them if they make it.
Yeah, right, because Kansas is out.
Yeah. 7 top 16s in the final AP poll failed to reach the Sweet 16. 4 of the top 10, Purdue, Marquette, Arizona, and Kansas, didn't escape the opening weekend. Yeah,
shout out to Princeton, by the way.
Huge.
They played really well over the weekend, and they deserve it.
Yeah, the other teams who won by upset, they were all close games. Princeton blew out both teams they faced.
Yeah, they did.
It was crazy.
Yeah. And Kansas State looked pretty good yesterday.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, our brackets were busted after the first round, going into 32. So Margot, my son, my dog, and I decided to redo brackets for the final 32. And for the dog, the kids flipped a coin on every one, and he's in the
Blackie, if Blackie takes it all, what does he get?
A big ass treat.
Yeah.
Are they still selling those at PetSmart? Big ass treats? I don't know. That sounds like a $29.95 type of deal there.
Well, Blackie has his champion is Michigan State, so he's still in it. He's got a good chance.
All my money's always on Blackie.
Margot's upset. She was upset because she picked Marquette, and she couldn't get over it. She was just in such a foul mood. I said, you have no control over these games. Why would you? There's always the next season. I had him winning the whole thing. Blackie could win.
That must have been a proud moment for you, Jack, where you were like, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Like, oh, come on.
You sound just like your old man now.
Here's the frown upside down. I'm always put on a happy face like your dad.
But for you Wisconsin fans, if you want someone to root for, there's a couple Wisconsin connections still left. Obviously, you got Alabama left with Nate Oates, but you got Texas left. Their starting point guard is a Racine kid.
What's his name, AJ?
Tyrese Hunter.
Tyrese Hunter, okay.
He's a Racine kid. There's a couple connections there.
Okay.
And then obviously you still got Wisconsin plays on Wednesday at 2 against Oregon.
They won their second game, huh?
Yeah, they did. They played Liberty. They won by 4. Clemson played really well. They sold out. They sold 10,000 tickets for an NIT game.
Really?
At the Kohl Center.
Wow.
So that's a lot.
You know what, guys? What's interesting is I'm kind of a Badger as of last week. I had to take a kind of a continuing education class on reference librarianship and such for the library, and it's through the UW-Madison online portal. So I am a quasi Badger.
Quasi. You're quite.
There you go.
I don't know if I like that.
What don't you like, Jack?
They're letting anybody in now.
Online class. They don't even see me.
All right, you're gonna have to get a hat now.
I suppose.
He has one hat. It's a Brewer's hat. Now he's got to get.
If I continue the grand family tradition, I'll get kicked out about 6 weeks into the class. my dad was asked to leave at one point. If I remember, if the lore is true.
You got to be proud of your dad.
Always.
Hey, AJ, we talked last week. Did we talk about Randy Casey of the MATC Stormers being named coach of the year for that division?
Oh, you said that to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff for them.
MATC has a team called the Stormers?
Yeah.
I had no idea. What do they do? What do they storm?
Take an online class and you'll find out.
They wouldn't have me. I'm no Stormer. Wow, cool. All right.
And what about AJ? We have to mention the women's bracket. Old Miss, number 8 Stuns, number 1 Stanford's out in that thing too.
Ole Miss beat Stanford.
Yeah.
That's big time.
That is big time.
Is Iowa still in? Because they're must see TV.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta check Iowa or Indiana because both of them are must see TV in the big time.
Hey, who won? Did Indiana or Miami win last night?
I believe Miami won.
I hope so. I don't like them. I don't like Indiana. Yeah. All right. And NFL. I heard a rumor that while there are some teams interested in Lamar Jackson, one of the ones that's been mentioned kind of as a long shot is the Vikings.
Oh boy.
What do you think of that?
I would say AJ's response to that is sort of like Trump's the response Trump gets to tell people to protest. It was a muted response.
No, the reason I'm saying oh boy is that's a lot of money to tie 2 quarterbacks.
Right. But what's his name's leaving, I guess. That's the rumor after this year.
Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
Oh, sad day.
It's a sad day for Packers fans.
I enjoy watching him play. Watching for both the other team.
They're trying to make a deal with Baltimore.
What, Kirk for Lamar?
I don't know. They don't have any details.
Interest.
They have the most likely seen places from one is Houston, and the Titans is the other one.
The Titans would make sense. I mean, they got Tannehill, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Houston, I don't know if it makes sense. I don't know how much they got on their roster to go up. So.
The team that has the most cap space available, the only team with at least $32.5 million in cap space, is the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, right.
But
they already got Justin Fields, and I don't think they can give him home. So.
Yeah, this doesn't necessarily prevent the deal because teams can always build a low cap number into a contract for this season to fit Jackson in. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see. There's a lot of deals that still have to be done, but a lot of money that still has to change hands for a lot of these quarterbacks to move around. So it'd be interesting.
Okay.
And if that's a deal that's going to be done, it's going to be a pre-draft deal too, because that Houston's going to have to give up something. They'll probably have to give up that number 2 pick or something of that magnitude for that.
Something of that magnitude. Did you go to Bulldog's Bologna online school? For God's sakes, he was throwing around those big words like that.
AJ.
Yes, I did take a few online courses.
Okay, we haven't talked about, tell us about your experience in Madison for the state tournament.
Oh, it was beautiful. I watched 5 games in 2 days. Watched all of session 1 and most of session 2 on Thursday. And 2 games of session 1 on Saturday.
Not on Thursday. You went there on Friday and Saturday, right?
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. What was any surprises there?
I wouldn't say there were any surprises. What was a really good game was Nikolai Milwaukee was a really good game.
What happened?
Milwaukee was down most of the entire game. Milanovic, who's an Iowa State commit, scored the last 10 points. And
Milanovic?
Milan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a big kid from Milwaukee. He scored straight out 10, and then Nikolai missed the shot at the buzzer.
Oh.
And then Whitnall and Lacrosse Central was the semifinal as well. That game came down to a foul at the end of the game. That was called with a tie game. So that was a very intense game. It was really a fun weekend. I got to spend some time with my brother, spend some time with with Hannah, his wife, and then the dog. So it was fun.
Cool.
I think Milan Milanovic is one of the villains in the upcoming John Wick 4. One of the Russian executors.
You say he's from Pewaukee. I think he has some other roots in there besides Pewaukee with the name Milan Milanovic, like Kazakhstan or something like that.
I think he's from Serbia, but I'm not sure.
That this makes sense, Conrad.
He's really good. And then another guy they got that's really good, other than the Milanovic brothers, are
even better. This is getting better by the minute, AJ. I love that. They probably dominate the court. If
Hey, wait a minute. Yeah. Like the Hanson brothers in Slapshot. Hey, what is the other Milanovic's name? Do you know?
I don't know what his first name is. I forget.
Okay, that's not the. All right, so Pewaukee has a good team. Did you watch? I flicked in a few times to the state championship between De Pere and Arrowhead.
I couldn't get the game on.
Huh.
I got the live stream on, but I couldn't get the actual game on TV.
Well, Arrowhead was winning, and then all of a sudden I flicked back, and De Pere was winning by like 10 or something like that.
Yeah, they can flip a switch, that's for sure.
So no big surprises in the state tournament for you.
The only one was St. Joseph's on Thursday.
Okay, St. Joseph's. Did your mom pick them? They're a Saint team.
No, the guy from St. Joseph 51 on Thursday.
Had 51.
Yeah.
Usually, high school teams don't score 51 in a game. The whole team.
Yeah, 51. And somebody came up to my high school coach and said, "How did you hold them to 42?"
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, 51, but he didn't have a big game in the state championship, so they lost by 8.
They lost by 8.
Luther won. Luther is the best. I can name every state champion for you if you want.
Yes, go ahead.
So we got Division 5. We got. Let me see. Division 5. We got. I forget the name, but they had 127 kids.
Okay, that's a big team.
Not on their team.
I know.
In their school.
I gotcha.
They had. Then they have Division 4. We got Luther.
Okay.
3 was Brilliant. 2 was Pewaukee, and 1 was De Pere.
Okay. Well, sounds like you had a hell of a fun time.
Yeah, I missed the Division 3 game, but that was good because Brilliant won. And my brother's best friend from college went to Brilliant High School. Actually, he played against Diamond Stone, for those of you who don't know, in high school.
Okay.
Brilliant is not very big.
No, they're not very big. It's not very
Small
big.
town.
Yeah, really.
Well, Bulla, you tuned out, but there's a team that has 127 kids on it.
There's 127 kids on the team?
No, it's not high school.
Oh, I was going to say, getting playtime must be very difficult on that team. That's nice. If you're enrolled, you're on the team. It works out really well.
I have to tell you guys an interesting story, I thought.
Okay.
Brilliant went from the state championship semifinal on Thursday back to school and then playing on Saturday.
Really?
As it should be.
No.
Lazy bums.
How far is Brilliant from Madison, AJ? Do you know?
Hour and a half, maybe?
Yeah, that's further north. I mean, I know it's kind of somewhere. I think you find it somewhere between Trivers and Green Bay, if I remember correctly.
My question is, if they made him go to school the next day when they won, what the hell would they have done to him if they lost?
Oh, I've seen that show. You don't want anything to do with that. Hey, AJ, I got to ask, did you successfully score any corned beef last week and cabbage and all that for the holiday?
No, I did not.
Neither did I. How about you, Jack?
Of course.
I did not, but my grandma did. So.
Okay. Excellent.
I had the dog father, Keith, guided me through successfully preparing an unbelievably tender.
Wait, you did it yourself?
Yes.
Damn. Would you use a slow cooker or something?
No.
No.
You got a
Toaster oven? What'd you use?
toaster oven.
I don't know.
Let's see. Is there anything? Let's see. You got a slow cooker? No. Oh, you got a toaster oven? You pop it right there. Yeah, that sounds good.
I love pop-up corned beef.
There's something called an oven. There's also one of those things.
Oh,
Bulldog.
I've heard good things, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, one more quick story, guys.
Yeah.
Did the United States win yesterday?
Yes.
They did?
Yep.
Good. So they play who?
They play on one. I saw it. They play Wednesday. You're talking the World Baseball Classic.
Right.
Oh, that's going down, isn't it? That's
I keep hearing great things about the players are really into it. Wherever they're playing the games, the crowds are going bananas for it.
Because it's late at night.
Yeah, and Mike Trout is having a hell of a series. Trey Turner hit a grand slam to win the game the other day.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
So,
this is every 4 years, right, AJ?
Yep.
Okay. So this is like the third total? Is this the third one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's huge. They're going to be the U.S. has made it, I think, to the semis.
It's an interesting concept. I don't think it's quite taken hold here in America yet when it comes to like popularity and ratings.
Not at all. They think it's because of the timing of the thing.
Right.
It's not even spring training, and they're having this World Baseball Classic, and it's just but everything I read about it, they're saying how much fun it is for the players and for the fans. It's really cool.
I remember I was really dialed into the first one because I just thought it was really interesting, and I sort of
you get dialed into the weird. You don't watch any sports, and then you watch.
I do.
or something. You're crazy.
I believe Man U is coming back to the United States to play on a tour.
Really? What?
I think.
Cool. Well, AJ, I think we got Patty. We got Patty in the green room here, so we're gonna move on to the next segment.
All right, boys. Well, I will try to get my iPad figured out for tomorrow, and we'll go from there.
All right. Sounds good. We'll take it.
All right, AJ.
Thank you, boys.
See ya.
Thank you, sir. AJ McKinney with sports here on a Monday. Big sports report. So much going on the weekends.
Yeah. PH.
He's all set.
Very cool.
Excellent. Fantastic. Cool. All right. Why don't you put your headphones on there, Junior?
I'm plugged in.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You're okay.
I'm better than okay.
I've heard worse.
You're about to.
Yeah, I know. Right. I wanted you to be
from
proper.
me, not from Patty.
Wanted you to be proper for the reigning Miss Cedarburg. Many years. Patty Galoon Hansen. The coronation ceremony was amazing. I wasn't invited.
I'm sure that was not a mere coincidence.
They hung a crown of daffodils upon her head and paraded her downtown.
A laurel wreath of daffodils.
Yes. It's Patty Galoon Hansen, Cedarburg's own queen of queens.
If only I could live up to the accolade.
Oh, live up to it. Bullshit. You should have seen her on Friday, Bulldog. We had an interview with Channel 58 that she arranged.
Oh, right on.
And she was like, and she was just like this, it was almost like watching the Miss Universe pageant where they smile and they can wave at the same time. She's doing it just like
of that's training. All that talk about Bulldog online classes right here on this show.
And all I kept doing, kept trying to fill in with details, and they'd say, "Sir, you're interrupting Ms. Galoon Hansen. She's got a few things to say to the world." So
Jeff, all I can say is thank God Jack was there because I have this problem.
Do you believe anybody ever said that, Bulldog? Ever?
No, seriously. Thank God he was there because I have this problem. My thoughts get ahead of my mouth, and then I get all confused as where I'm going.
No. I think your mouth gets ahead of your thoughts.
There are ways to recalibrate. We can recalibrate that system. It's a very painful process, but it involves electrodes and but that's okay.
Well, if Jack hadn't been there, it would have been a disaster. Seriously.
You hear that, Bulldog? Do you hear that?
Yes,
It's
I've been
true.
involved in many Jack Henke disasters. So, well, I'm glad it went well. And did this air already, Patty?
Nope.
Okay. I'm like, I want to make sure we let people know.
It's going to air next Sunday, this coming Sunday. After they couldn't give us an exact time, but it'll be on CBS 58 after 8:30 a.m.
Gotcha.
on their Sunday morning
show.
program.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Being that, Patty, that you're one of the gals in our stable, I'm assuming that-
Whoa, wait a minute. Hey,
I'm
you got to get a different. You got to get a hat. If you're going to be a pimp, you got to get a hat.
You're one of the hen cats.
You're one of the foxes in a stable.
I'm expecting a very sweet check from the WDJT people at some point to land in our. So we don't just loan you out for free.
Well, it's funny. Patty was just classic because they said they're talking about the promotion when it's coming, and she goes, and we're going to announce it live on the Jack Henke show. That's an internet show, and I hear the 58 person go, shut up, it's not 58. They're promoting, she's promoting us on their.
Oh my God.
We'll see if we'll see if it makes it through the final edit. But I thought that was hilarious.
Your appearance paid for itself. We don't have to get a check from 58. How wonderful!
Well, I thought you guys get some credit, for God's sakes. You're
wow.
helping with it.
She did.
We got that is fantastic. Excellent. Had I known, I think we could have just stormed the entire broadcast. I mean, we could have just. I'm sure there are things we could have done. I could have won walking back and forth with a little hanky sign. There's so much.
You didn't have to do anything. Patty dominated.
That's awesome.
So,
wow,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow, you're going to be on TV, gal.
She is on TV right now.
Well, of course.
No,
but
yeah.
like,
Right here. If
over the
Eric
air.
could ever do something the same thing twice, it would be a miracle. So I give up sometimes.
Channel 58 is going to send us a link to the final story, so we could play that on this here
Yeah, we actually
program.
That's very true.
Yeah.
We can actually do that. Whatever you guys are doing, it's working. I keep hearing people walking up to the front desk at the library saying, "Where you got them their ring things?" And we have point them over to the glass case, so it's working.
Patty, give us a quick overview of the whole
Please.
thing for the two people in the universe who don't know about your brilliant promotion.
Well, Jack, it is the brainchild of Jack Henke with Henke and Associates and Patty Galloon Hansen from Galloon Fine Jewelry, and that is to have the Facets Jewelry Design Contest with the students at the Cedarburg High School Art Department. And they are creating wax molds of rings, potential rings, and the public is voting on which one they like the best. And whichever one wins, we will produce and cast in sterling silver along with a lab-grown diamond. So the student will win $500 and the first ring off the production line. So, and then we'll sell the rings, and half of every single solitary sale, half of the profits will go to the Cedarburg High School Art Department. So, yeah.
And so the voting is through this Saturday. This coming Saturday is the last day to vote.
Yeah.
And then, Bulldog, we are announcing on Tuesday who the winner is right here on this here show.
Are you saying like tomorrow, Tuesday?
No,
Tuesday
next week. Yep.
Okay, very good. Excellent.
Yep. You'll forget by then, but don't
I
worry.
will absolutely remind me 5 more times.
But the ring design is for the jewelry making class that Deb Mortal, who's a fantastic teacher up at the high school.
Incredible, a bulldozer of a teacher. She just,
Yes.
like she is on.
Yeah, the kids need the art kids need a champion, and she's their champion.
Yeah, so absolutely.
So very much. And then we also we'd be remiss if we didn't thank Casey Bowe, the principal at the high school, because we were talking about how so many times you have different organizations. Oh, you can't do that. You can't do it. He's like, oh, this sounds like a great idea. How do we make this work?
Nice.
It was a completely different approach to it than you can run into. So it's all the way around. It's been a great experience.
Very
and
cool.
People can vote. How do they vote now, Patty? There's a QR code, and where can you get a hold of that? Their QR code.
Right. They can do the QR code at the library. I don't know, Jeff, do you have a QR code there handy?
Jack's flashing his code. I don't
there
have
should
one
also
handy
be-
currently.
There should also be a poster at the Java House with the QR code on it too. So that would be another way to vote. Yeah, two things. I was talking to somebody at the art show last weekend, and we were talking about Deb Mortal, and this lady that I was talking to said, Deb Mortal is such a great teacher that she's the kind of teacher that as soon as your child's born, you want to sign that child up for her class just to make sure your kid gets in that class.
Yeah, absolutely. It's true. It's true.
Really good testament to Deb. And as Casey, it was so funny because I saw Casey at Costco one Saturday morning and was just kind of threw the idea out to him. And he was just like, all right, let's do it. How do we make this happen? Like you said, Jack. And he said, I'll get you in touch with the art teachers. I'll send over the information. By the time I got home, he had emailed me the information.
He actually did it. What he was going to say. What he said he was going to do.
They tell me all the best deals happen at Costco. So good job. Fantastic.
And to be really honest with you, I was just so surprised because I was, so used to hearing people say, well, we'll think about it or no. And then when everything happened so fast, I was like, Jack.
I didn't expect him to say yes.
Now we got to do it. How are we going to pull this off? Well, Patty's done all the pulling off. We have eight semifinalists that you can vote on different designs for the ring. Some really cool, wide range from traditional to really funky. There's like a snake, two snake designs. One of them with the diamonds in the snake's mouth. It's really cool.
Nice.
And there's a butterfly, but there's some more traditional stuff. There's some lace kind of.
It looks like a wave or the wind. It's really cool looking.
A lot of really cool. And once Patty, so the winner, we announced the winner. The winner gets $500. Then the actual ring that won gets made. How long from then, like when does it become available for sale? Because the public can buy the ring then up until September 1st, because that's the beginning of the next school year. And if this succeeds as it is going now, we hope to do this like once a semester from here to eternity.
I'd like to do it, twice a year, once each semester. And as I said to you too on the interview, you don't know all the particulars, but I have plans for you, baby. How we can expand this with Dak doing some really cool things with the students up at the high school too that are involved with this whole contest. So,
but when does the ring? Do you think when will the ring become available for purchase? Do you think, Patty?
As soon as I know what the winner is, I will take it down to our caster. And our caster will give me
in southeastern Wisconsin.
South side of Milwaukee, actually. And he'll give me a cost and a time. Usually it takes somewhere between a week and 2 weeks. I'll have 6 of them made right off the bat, with one going to, of course, the student, the first one going to the student. And then we'll have 5 on hand to send out right away and just, to start right away. And then as we get orders, hopefully we can just kind of keep it going so there won't be a lag time. So that's my.
No, I was just going to finish that out. Yeah. How do people purchase it once it becomes available for purchase?
Well, I am in the process of putting together a landing page where they can go, and that is going to be becauselove.com.
Okay, cool.
I was trying to get that URL myself. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get it. Now I know why.
Becauselove.com. Yes. And then, or they can stop by my showroom and order one there. That's fine too. Or they can always call me or email me or anything they want to do. Yeah.
So 2 questions. Two questions. Uno, this seems like a kind of program that other jewelers and other schools would maybe be interested in. I mean, it almost seems like something that could be a framework to be exported to other places. Is that has that conversation happened yet, or are you thinking about those terms? Because this is pretty unless other places have done this, which I haven't heard about, this is pretty revolutionary stuff.
Yeah, I've never heard of it being done anywhere.
Yeah.
Jack and I have everything trademarked and
Good.
protected. So in order to have a facets run competition,
Yeah.
they would have to go through Jack and I.
Of course.
And as we made it clear on the show or the interview the other day, we are certainly more than happy to spread our wings and go outside of Cedarburg as well. But as Jack was saying too in the interview, that it's such a great experience for the kids to express their creativity and then see their creativity professionally manufactured. I mean, that's, I think, a really cool experience for them, because I have never designed anything and had it professionally manufactured. So
yeah, absolutely.
Have a high school student do it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, however my week goes, I wouldn't mind busting out my video camera, and can we actually show these on the show here and have kind of a quick, just as we on the march up to the voting day.
Well, this Saturday is it, man. We got to do it this week then.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it won't take a huge amount of time and a bunch of editing. I'm just going to kind of just dissolve and fade between the finalists. So,
that makes me ask you too, would it be possible for you to put the QR code on the?
I would do that too. Yes. Yeah, I would actually do that as part of the video. I'd show the rings, put up the QR code, call it a day. Cool. I would just make sure, and I'm sure that they're listed in the glass case as to which and who and what. So, as long as I've got the information there. So great. No, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm not going to make it it won't be a Spielbergian production, but we'll at least get everything videoed and can run it for the rest of the week here. So
cool.
And I'm going to see if Deb can join you and Lisa on Tuesday when you announce the winners. Okay.
That's next Tuesday.
Cool.
Next
All right.
Tuesday.
Cool.
All right. Couple last things. So the voting is cut off this Saturday. If you're interested, vote, because there are two, Patty said, that are kind of running neck and neck. So your vote can make a difference in this. So get in, and you can only vote once, but please vote. And then the other thing is this whole promotion / contest / opportunity has really sparked shed light on the need that there is for goldsmiths. You can have an excellent career that has you enhance your creativity as you go through life as a goldsmith. And you don't have to, it's not a 4-year college kind of deal. There is some training, right, Patty? But it's continuous education. But if you love it, who cares? And you're able to use your abilities to do something that's not everybody can do. And there's a huge need for it. So you'd really be able to make a good career out of it as well.
Yeah, a big time need for goldsmiths. And our caster said too, he was, when he found out that we were doing this contest, he was just like, oh my God, that is so great. And if the student who wins wants to come down and see how we do everything, that would be great. We'd be more than happy to take them around. And I'm like, wow, everybody that we have mentioned this to within the industry has just been super excited about the whole thing. I didn't follow up with Terry Chandler for the Diamond Council because to be honest with you, it was just a little too much for me for the first time. Because we
want to see how this goes. Yeah.
I knew mistakes would be made, and I did make some, but I now know where the minefields are. And so next time around, Terry Chandler has offered a jewelry course.
And Terry Chandler is the who, Patty?
He's a president of Diamond Council of America. There are some great goldsmith schools. I'm going to, we can get this thing up and running.
Wow.
I want to get goldsmith schools involved because I think that would be awesome as well. So
it's like a sort of scholarship program almost in this sort of thing. It's becoming that. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Great. Wow.
The last thing is the theme of this Bulldog is love the planet. And Patty, came up with a brilliant suggestion to make this a lab created diamond contest versus a natural stone. And Patty, for people who don't know what a lab created diamond is, it's CZ. Is that cubic zirconia? I know all about that stuff.
No, it's a lab grown diamond is actually a diamond. It is same physical, chemical, and optical properties as the one made by Mother Nature. The difference is it was made in a laboratory. It is not a cubic zirconia. It's not anything else. It is a diamond. So yeah.
Cool.
And go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the earth, the butterfly, we talked about the snake, the waves, all these are natural elements that combine in the creativity of the design. So,
and I love the whole, and I know, I love this, but I love the whole because love has many facets thing, because especially when we're dealing with the students, because love is more than just that romantic love. There's love for the planet. There's love for, birth. I mean, there's
love for a double fillet of fish and Shamrock Shakes.
Love my coffee.
Yes, exactly.
Love for the Java House.
Yes, you were up early this morning, Jack. What was that all about?
I'm up early every morning.
I'm not.
Early?
Yep.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Blackie's got things to do.
He's got things to do, all right. I've seen it. Right along the side of the road.
I was just shocked because I had typed in my response to your post, and then like 2 seconds later, you responded to mine. I was like, "Whoa, you're up!"
Oh yeah. So. Well, another one of our partners here is Form and Fitness. Margot and I have a 5:30 a.m. class, so we got stuff to do before that class. So got to count backwards to get moving.
I guess so. I didn't think that it was early, and I don't think until I have at least 2 cups of coffee on me. So
you bet.
Absolutely. Well, that's the big.
It's exciting. If people haven't voted yet, please vote, because there are 2 that are running neck and neck. So if you have a favorite, get out there and vote. If you have a problem or question about voting, you can call me at 414-378-5449, or you can stop by my showroom right next door, just south of the Rivoli Movie Theater, in where Shine is, down in the bottom. Sweet B, stop by, and I will get you voted.
We'll get you registered. And of course, stop by the Cedarburg Public Library to check out the finalists in the glass case, which is right by the glass windows of the community room. And we have a bubbler and 2 restrooms there too, if needed. So in that general vicinity.
That's somebody else that we need to thank too, is the public library. Thank you so much for putting them on display for us. I can't think of a better place for them to be on display for everybody. So thank you.
That's what we do.
Gives people an opportunity to see the designs rather than just online. I mean, online is great, but if you can see them in person, that makes a big difference.
I'll get that video slapped together at some point today and get it posted, and we can run it on the show for the rest of the week.
But what's so weird, what's so cool too, is that these students have started what looks like is a block of wax sitting on top of what looks like a ring. And from this block of wax, this big hunga block of wax, they carve out these really cool designs. And I'm like, holy cow, you guys are really good. I mean, I wouldn't know where to even start with a block of wax on a ring. So
big secret. Wow. The big secret. That's how Jack was made too.
Oh,
started with a block of wax.
Actually, it was marble. Michelangelo.
Oh,
isn't he the finger one?
Put some clothes on you, you weirdo.
If you got it, flaunt it, baby.
Oh boy. Well, Patty, thank you for coming on a Monday. Not your normal day, so we had to do a little shuffling. And obviously next week is the big week, so we'll probably see a whole bunch of you as it comes down the pike. I mean, will you be here on Tuesday as well when the announcements come down? Or no?
It'll be you guys and
why wouldn't you be? You got to be.
Pop in.
I'll be on Wednesday. I'll be on
So,
Wednesday. I
all
don't
so
know.
right.
what? Tuesday, if Tuesday's the deal, you got to be on during the thing, Patty.
I'm sending you the link whether you like
Yeah.
it or not.
Yeah. You gotta be on. Why would we have the? Here's the winner. Oh, where's the person who? Oh, she's on tomorrow. No,
You're like an Academy Award presenter, yeah.
Right.
You know,
I
and,
felt
you know.
confident that you, Lisa, and Deb and Jeff could do it just fine and dandy without me.
Well, we'll talk.
yeah, we ain't
Our
talking.
people-
We ain't talking. It's decided.
Our people will call
Have your
your
people talk to my people.
We just did. You're in. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Alrighty.
That worked out well. All right, everybody. Well, that's the show for today. It's 1 minute after 9 o'clock, and we're already losing money. So let's all get to work and do something cool for Monday.
Little Shirley to all.
Oh, there we go. In sync. Well, you two have been working together a lot.
Go,
All right.
go to the public library. We'll look at the ring designs and make your vote count.
I'm going at 11:30, but that's because I'm on the schedule. All right. See you all again. Have a wonderful Monday. Back tomorrow. Bye, y'all.